Happy Throwback Thursday, Movie Misfits. And since today's Throwback Thursday, that just means another segment of Junk Drawer Flix. So let's take a look inside our junk drawer and see what we got. Ooh, we got a random and obscure one here. Solarbabies, which was released in 1986, starring Jason Patric and Jamie Gertz. Alright, I know what you're thinking. Jason Patric and Jamie Gertz in a movie together again? This is the Lost Boys reunion we've been dreaming for. Unfortunately, no. This was released in 1986. Lost Boys was released after. So technically, Lost Boys is the Solarbabies reunion. Solarbabies is currently streaming right now on Amazon Prime. So if you're in the mood for a B movie that's a post-apocalyptic adventure with kids on roller skates, lack of water, an alien bowling ball, well, you're in for the ride of your life with Solarbabies. And you know a movie's gonna be awesome when it has an intro like this. So in this future, the world is one big desert and water is very scarce, and orphans get to play a game that's kind of like hockey, but on roller skates. And this particular team is called the Solarbabies. And we are now introduced to one of our main characters. His name is Daniel, and he's too young to play the game. However, his character is also deaf. And we are now introduced to yet another character. And I'm not talking about the dude with the long hair, I'm actually talking about the owl. This is a good example of, I want a Captain America costume. And your mother responds with, we have Captain America at home. These two teams, basically you can say, the good guys versus the bad guys, are playing the game after hours, which is basically forbidden. However, it's kind of like, what were they thinking? How did they think they were going to get away with this? Because apparently when you make a score, you make a goal, an alarm goes off every time. And this alarm makes a loud echoing sound. And how were they expecting to get away with this? And we're now introduced to the generic villains. And the main villain here is basically looking like M. Bison from Street Fighter. As the two teams scatter to avoid being punished by the authority, Daniel wanders off and he manages to find a glowing bowling ball. And to be perfectly honest, I made the exact same scream when I went back to the movie theater earlier this month.
I can hear. You did it. You fixed my ears.
As you had guessed it, Daniel and Bode become best of friends. They are bosom buddies. They are perfect strangers. They are the two amigos.
Do you like air? I mean, do you breathe?
To be perfectly honest with you, I've asked the same question when going out on a date. Unfortunately, good things must come to an end. Bode gets kidnapped and Daniel has to chase after him through the desert all alone. But guess what, guys? The Solarbabies are now on the case and they're going after Daniel and Bode. I don't know much about skating, however, I was more of a skateboarder growing up. I will say, I'm not sure how skating in the desert works, but I'm very impressed that no one in this movie ever falls down while skating through a perfectly paved road through the desert. No one falls, no nothing, no mishaps. They're all wearing their skates like nothing goes wrong. Must be nice. So the Solarbabies managed to meet up with Daniel, however they can't find Bode. And now the Solarbabies and Daniel are now rescued by the Bee Gees. No joke, these guys look like the Bee Gees. I won't give the ending away, but if you want some 80s cheese and 80s nostalgia and never heard of this movie, or if you have seen this movie, like I said earlier, it is currently playing right now on Amazon Prime. So I would definitely check it out because I'm actually shocked that this movie has not been remade. Hopefully you like what you see here. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. I'm Mike the Movie Misfit, and I'll see you at the movies.
Say hello to Sparky.
Get more out of life. Go out to a movie.